Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's story, we're going to follow Emma on her very first trip to New York City. From getting lost in the subway to meeting new friends and discovering the city's most famous sights, this adventure is full of surprises and valuable lessons. If you enjoy the story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more fun English learning stories. Let's dive in. Emma's first trip to New York. Emma had always dreamed of visiting New York City. She had seen the city in movies, read about it in books, and imagined herself walking through Times Square. One day, she finally got the chance to visit. She booked her flight, packed her suitcase, and said goodbye to her family. "New York, here I come," she said with excitement. When she arrived at John F. Kennedy Airport, she felt a little nervous. The airport was huge, and there were so many people. She had to find her way to her hotel, but she wasn't sure how. She saw a sign that said taxi, so she walked toward it. Emma tried to get a taxi, but every yellow cab was already full. She didn't know what to do. A kind man noticed her confusion and said, "You can take the subway. It's faster and cheaper." Emma thanked him and followed the signs to the subway station. She bought a ticket and got on the train, but soon realized she was going the wrong way. She got off at the next stop and asked a police officer, "Excuse me, where is Times Square?" He smiled and pointed in the right direction. "Take the next train going north." Emma followed his advice and finally reached her hotel near Times Square. She was tired but excited for the next day. The next morning, Emma woke up early, ready to explore. Her first stop was Times Square. She couldn't believe how bright and colorful it was. Giant billboards, flashing lights, and so many people. She took lots of pictures and even bought a small Statue of Liberty souvenir. Emma, wow, this is just incredible. All these lights and billboards, just like in pictures, but in real life, it looks 10 times brighter. Tourist next to her, "Yeah, it's always like this. Times Square is the heart of New York. If you want, I can recommend a couple of places to visit in the city." "Oh, that would be great. This is my first time here, so I'd love any advice." The tourist smiled and told her about a few interesting places she should definitely visit. Then she went to a small cafe for breakfast. She was very hungry and ordered a burger. When the food arrived, she was shocked. There were 5 burgers on her plate. "Waiter, here's your order. 5 burgers." Emma, "Oh, this is a mistake. I only ordered 1. Waiter, laughing, "Looks like you accidentally picked the 5-person portion option. It happens to everyone." Emma laughed, thanked the waiter, and promised to be more careful next time. She realized that sometimes even small mistakes could add fun to a trip. After breakfast, she headed to Central Park. It was peaceful and beautiful, with tall trees and small lakes. She sat on a bench and watched people jogging, playing musical instruments, and walking their dogs. Suddenly, a girl with a dog approached her. "Sophie?" "Hi. Are you visiting New York too?" "Yes, it's my first visit. I'm so impressed with this city." Sophie, smiling, "I was born here, and New York will always be special to me. Would you like me to show you a few places that most tourists miss?" "Oh, that would be wonderful. I'm looking for something unique." Sophie showed Emma a few hidden gems of the city. Small cafes, street artists, and quirky shops. They even met a street musician who was playing the guitar. "This guy plays the guitar here every day. His name is Jake. He's well known around here." "He plays amazingly. I'd love to learn to play the guitar too." Then they went to the Empire State Building. After taking the elevator to the top, Emma was blown away by the view. Incredible! I've never seen such a view of a city. It's like a painting, but alive. Yeah, this is the best view in New York. The Empire State Building is not only a historic symbol, but also a place that leaves unforgettable impressions. On the way back, as they walked across the Brooklyn Bridge, Emma noticed how beautiful the city looked at sunset. Emma, look how the city looks at sunset. Everything is golden and magical. Yeah, New York is always beautiful, but when night falls, it becomes especially magical. Emma felt that her trip to New York had turned into a real adventure, full of new friendships and discoveries. She realized that even when things don't go according to plan, they can still become part of an exciting story. As the day came to an end, Emma reflected on everything she had experienced. She had navigated the subway, discovered hidden gems in the city, and made a new friend in Sophie. Even though not everything had gone perfectly, like getting lost on the subway or accidentally ordering 5 burgers, Emma realized that it was all part of the adventure. Emma, this trip has been full of surprises, but I've learned so much. It's not just about seeing the famous landmarks, but also about embracing the unexpected moments. I'm so glad I didn't give up when I got lost, and meeting Sophie was the best part of the day. Sophie, exactly. Sometimes the most memorable experiences happen when things don't go according to plan. Emma smiled, looking out at the sparkling lights of the city. New York has a unique energy, she thought. It's a place where everything is always moving, always changing, and I've learned that sometimes the best adventures happen when you least expect them. Before heading back to her hotel, Emma took one last look at the city skyline. She felt proud of herself for stepping out of her comfort zone and exploring a city she had only dreamed of visiting. This trip had taught her the value of being flexible and open-minded while traveling. Emma, traveling is not just about the destination, but about the journey itself. The people you meet, the experiences you collect, and the lessons you learn along the way. As she walked back to her hotel, she couldn't help but smile, thinking about all the wonderful memories she would take back home with her. Did you enjoy Emma's adventure in New York? What's the most surprising thing that's ever happened to you while traveling? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you liked this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more English learning adventures. See you in the next story.